Hey YouTubers, and welcome back to Tony the Technician channel. And today we're going to be doing a first look / comparison of the new Gearwrench 90 tooth ratchets. If you saw my previous video, I did a comparison between the Gearwrench 120 XP and the Tekton 90 tooth, which are new. I've had the Gearwrench 120 XP a couple years now, 90 tooth probably 6 months or so. I love them both. Gearwrench 120 XP, ever since I got them, I've loved them. I've used them a lot. And the 90 tooth, it's a great ratchet, and I use it a lot as well now. I actually find myself using these ratchets more than some of my higher name brand ratchets. I've always loved the 120 XP, and I was really happy when Tekton released the new design, slim design, higher tooth count ratchets compared to their old kind of, ratchets that were similar to every other 72 tooth ratchet out there. So these are my go-tos. Now Gearwrench has released the new 90 tooth, redesigned it. It's slimmer, obviously higher than their, not the 120 XP, but they also have an 84 tooth. Now they have a 90 tooth. So I just want to give you a close-up look of these. This is the 3-piece non-comfort grip. None of these are flex heads here. They're all priced basically the same. This one's $100, $120 to $130, and if I remember correctly, this was around $130 as well. But I bought this a while back, so I can't remember exactly what I paid for it. But the 90 tooth non-comfort grip at $100, you're obviously going to get one of each 3 drive sizes, 1/4 inch, 3/8 and 1/2 inch. Same thing for this set. This is 81206 Tango, and then this set with the comfort grip, which is now in orange. I really like the Gearwrench's new kind of logo that they're actually putting on the tools and everything. Before they had this design, if it'll focus. But now they've included this design, which I find to actually be pretty appealing, and I really like that. I like the comfort grip. They have changed the design a little bit. Still a really nice comfort grip, and I'll show you that up close here in a second. This being part number 81207 Tango, so the only difference being that this is the comfort grip set. And here they do come in a nice plastic tray, and it's not like that super thin plastic that's gonna break if you move it around in your toolbox more than once. This is a more durable plastic and keeps them organized very well. It isn't the foam that is included with like the 120 XPs and stuff, but it's still much nicer than just getting the ratchets alone or getting one of those super flimsy plastic trays. So I think this is a great little organization for these ratchets. Now I did do a quick comparison of the sizes as far as the width here. If you guys watched my previous video of the 120 XP and the Tektons, you guys know that the Tekton was thinner and more slim on the new head design than the Gearwrench was, but Gearwrench has went ahead and slimmed their head design up. So I went ahead and did some measuring, and the new Gearwrench actually is pretty slim compared to what they were. Here, I'll just show you as far as the 1/2 inch ones. So I don't know if you'll be able to really tell on camera, but they are quite a bit slimmer. And I did take down the measurements. So for the 1/4 inch ratchets, these have the same measurement. The 1/4 inch 90 tooth, the 1/4 inch 120 XP, and the 1/4 inch Tekton. As far as length, the Tekton and everything is roughly the same. Maybe a little bit longer on the newer ones just because they have more of a rounded bottom to them. The design is the same, it's just very minor details that you'll notice. Just the curvature of it's a little bit smoother on the new ones. The kind of bevel or lip going around is a little bit smoother and not as big as the old design. It's really hard to pick up on camera, I'm sorry guys. The new lever design, you kind of have this line accent behind it, which is pretty nice. It is nice and flush with the head of the ratchet, so you're not bumping it on things and switching the direction of your ratchet. But let me get back to what I was saying. So Gearwrench has really stepped up with the new slim head design. The 1/4 inch in first place was the 90 tooth Gearwrench, coming in at 0.361 or close to 3/8 of an inch or 9 millimeters. Second was the 90 tooth Tekton, coming in at 0.386 or just over 3/8 and 9 millimeters. And then in third being the Gearwrench 120 XP at 0.394, which is between 3/8 and 7/16 or 10 millimeters. So not a huge difference, obviously, but it is there. They've slimmed down the ratchets, and we can already tell that, you know, some of those cheaper ratchet designs out there can be extremely bulky. So it's not best for tight situations, and Gearwrench and Tekton have done a great job of making a slim, strong handled or strong designed ratchet. So that's good. And then as far as 3/8, I have, these are the same. I just have, you know, the long one from Tekton, which is an amazing ratchet. I love the length of that. I have the Tekton 3/8, then the 120 XP, and I'm just going to do the non-comfort grip just to keep them all similar. So in this, first came the 90 tooth Gearwrench at 0.479 or almost half an inch or 12 millimeters. Second came the 90 tooth Tekton at 0.502, basically half an inch, or 12.7 millimeters. And then the Gearwrench 120 XP, which is 0.540 or almost 9/16 or 14 millimeters. A little bit thicker there. Now these are all still very slim compared to a lot of competitors out there, like I've already mentioned, but I just kind of want to share the numbers with you so you can get an idea. And then as far as half inch, I don't have half inch in Tekton. I just have the 90 tooth and the 120 XP to compare. And I tried to show you on camera, obviously, but it's really, you know, hard to compare. But either way, the Gearwrench 90 tooth is 0.646, which is just over 5/8 or 16 millimeters. And then the 120 XP is actually 0.750 or 3/4 of an inch or 19 millimeters. So it's quite a bit thicker than the 90 tooth design, but still a great design. As you can tell, the ratchets all here look similar. The one thing I did notice at first though was the 3/8 in both. I don't know if you can see that, but in the head you can kind of see that indentation, that wave in the head, and that is on both. But I've also noticed something similar on the Tekton. It's much harder to see, maybe not so much on that one. Or maybe I'm just seeing things. I thought I noticed it on one of the other ratchets, but either way, it's very noticeable on the 92 3/8 drive ratchets, but it doesn't seem to affect the operation of it. And these new 92 ratchets feel extremely well built, very, very smooth actually. Seem to be oiled or lubricated very well. It's a very, very smooth rotation. And I know you guys requested this because these are closer to the Tektons than the 120 XPs, so I will probably do a comparison video of these more in depth, and then we will be tearing down all three of them to kind of see the design differences and everything. So I really hope you guys enjoyed that. But other than the sizes, the comfort grip, like I said, has changed a little bit. That's why I have this 84 tooth out here. As far as the handle design, they still do have this kind of cut out here. You can see it, and that's for your hand. You know, it obviously makes for a nice gripping surface on the bottom with your fingers. You still got the same design here. They changed the Gearwrench logo, obviously. I really like the new Gearwrench logo that they've been putting on things. And then they kind of have this, at this beveled bottom, they have a couple, well, it's rubber down here, but 3 lines, you know, that go through here. Just a nice little design change to it. But that's really it as far as the comfort grips. You can see Gearwrench logo there on the bottom. So the 1/2 inch one is obviously a little bit bigger, but obviously so is the ratchet. And then I did notice they kind of changed the design as far as they still use the C-clip on the bottom, but the shape of the plate, this is supposed to be an improved seal around here, so no dirt and debris gets in there and stuff. So this is supposed to be improved. We'll see how it is disassembling them and comparing them and all of that, but that is another thing I noticed. The part numbers are located on the shaft of the ratchet, and then on the comfort grip, obviously Gearwrench is here, and then on the non-comfort grip, I'm not sure if you can see it, but it is engraved into the shaft there, and the part number is still on the back. And then with the 90 tooth, you do get this gold or orange ring around the handle as well. So that's basically it as far as I can tell you right now, but the lever seems to flip very nicely. It stays in position. I kind of like this. The 4 lines here, I don't know why, but it makes seeing the on-off easier, if that makes sense. It kind of draws my eyes to it. Not that you really need it if you know your ratchet's direction, and they are all the same, so you know they're positioned correctly. Once again, very smooth. I can't wait to test these out and compare them more in depth and do a tear down of them. If you guys have any questions on them or any of these ratchets, please let me know. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this little video, just kind of getting a first look at the 90 tooths and quickly comparing some of the similarities and differences to the Gearwrench 120 and the Tekton 90 tooth. Love all these ratchets, well, at least these two, and we'll be putting these to the test to see if they can stack up against some of my favorite other ratchets. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed. Leave a comment down below if you've used these new 90 tooth ratchets or you're thinking about purchasing them and what you thought of the video. And as always, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. See you guys in the next one.